seasonal highs in the upper 70s. By the time we end May, temperatures will generally be in the upper 80s as far as those overnight lows. So these past couple of mornings have been pretty cool, but usually on May 1st, temperatures are at about 60 degrees in the morning. But by the time we end May, the average low temperature is in the upper 60s. Now, the hottest temperature that we've ever seen in the month of May, that was back in 1927 when we reached that high of 107 degrees. That was towards the end of May, though, and the coldest temperature was 34 degrees. That was back in 1903 on the 1st of May. And typically, we usually see 4.78 inches of rainfall, which is normally the wettest month of the entire year. So, right now, we're certainly not seeing that rain that we saw much of last week. We've had plenty of rain, but for now, we are rain-free. This is our Fort Worth camera. It's been a while, it seems like, since we've seen nothing but sunshine. It is gorgeous outside. We're starting out in the 50s, though, at least for most of us. 55 in Dallas, 51 in McKinney, but 48 degrees right now in Granbury. Satellite and radar, again, very quiet. We're going to see lots of sunshine as we go throughout the day today. So that storm system that brought us some rain, especially Thursday, well, that's moving away from us. So we have the ridge of high pressure building in over the southern plains. That's going to stick with us for a few days. But by the time we get into Tuesday night and into Wednesday, we have another storm system that's going to be moving across the central and southern plains. Right now, it looks to be far enough north of us that the coverage, at least for now, looks to be pretty low. So we only have a 10% coverage Tuesday night. We also only have a 10% coverage during the day Wednesday. It doesn't stick around for very long. By the time it looks like we get to Thursday, another ridge of high pressure comes building back in and we start to dry out towards the end of the week. And next weekend, well, we could have another storm system on the way. So quite a few ups and downs. We do have some rain chances, but it doesn't look nearly as gloomy this week. Today, though, looking at a high of about 73 degrees in McKinney, 75 around Dallas, 73 in Denton, 72 in Terrell. Temperatures tomorrow, though, make it to about 80 degrees, which is very normal for this time of year. By Monday, though, we're looking for temperatures to climb into the low 80s. By Tuesday, near 90, which is going to be 9 degrees above normal. The cold front comes in sometime late during the day Tuesday, so temperatures do drop down into the upper 70s by the time we get to Thursday. So for today, mostly sunny. It's really going to be a nice day. Temperatures make it into the mid-70s, but overnight tonight, under mostly clear skies, temperatures drop down into the mid-50s. So you may need that jacket tomorrow morning if you're headed out the door soon. But after that, you won't need it. 80 degrees tomorrow, low 80s on Monday. It's also going to be a little windy on Monday. Tuesday, the cold front comes in. So Wednesday, temperatures drop into 55 degrees. So again, you're going to need that jacket this morning. You won't necessarily need that later this afternoon. We're at 51 degrees in McKinney, also 51 in Denton, 54 in Corsicana, 51 degrees in Mineral Wells. Satellite and radar, very quiet. We've had a few passing clouds here and there. That's exactly how it's going to stay all day today. So the storm system that we've had, the past few days kind of sticking around, it moves off to the east. We've got this ridge of high pressure that's going to be building in and keeping our weather pattern quiet for at least a few days. Now, of course, things will change eventually. By about midweek, it looks like Tuesday night and into Wednesday, we're going to have this area of low pressure or this other storm system move through the central and southern plains that will bring a chance of rain and will also bring a cold front with it, drop our temperatures, and rain coverage at this point looks like it's going to be pretty low because that storm system will be a little farther to the north. Now, that's only going to be for a couple of days. By the time we get to Thursday and Friday, we've got the ridge of high pressure coming back. That means that things are going to be nice and quiet. Sunshine returns, but we will be watching for the potential of more rain as we get into next weekend. So for today, temperatures are going to stay several degrees below normal. The normal being 79. I'm going to go with the high of about 75 in Dallas, 74 at Fort Worth, 73 in Denton, 72 this afternoon in Canton. Tomorrow afternoon, though, I think we hit 80 degrees, and that is the normal high for your Sunday. Now on Monday, temperatures will climb into the low 80s. Monday looks a little windy, but that wind being out of the southwest, that's going to push temperatures to above normal. Same thing on Tuesday. Highs will climb into the upper 80s. Clouds build in. The cold front comes in later in the evening, so it looks like by Tuesday night we have that chance of rain. And so on Wednesday, that chance of rain will at least linger and temperatures go back down to just below normal. So for today, mostly sunny, a gorgeous afternoon. Temperatures climb into the mid-70s. Overnight tonight, the wind this time will be out of the southwest. So temperatures drop down into the mid 50s, pretty comfortable tomorrow morning, but still a jacket's going to be needed. Definitely not in the afternoon. Tomorrow we hit 80 degrees. Low 80s on Monday. It will be a little windy. Still a little windy on Tuesday. Temperatures climb into the upper 80s. The cold front comes in. That brings a very low coverage of rain by the time we get into Tuesday night, keeping that low coverage of rain on Wednesday. Temperatures go down for Thursday and Friday, and temperatures look really comfortable then. Thursday, mid 70s, low 80s by